Okay, I guess we are live. Okay, I guess we are live. Holy shit, I'm loud. This should be better. Okay, well, I guess I'll wait a bit until some people are watching. Just let me know if anything is too loud or too quiet. I have a song playing in the background, or a playlist, that is. A mix of like an hour or something. There we go, there's the first one. So the idea here is that I make some notes since I hit 2000 subs, tell you a little bit about the current status of my channel, what I'm going to do with it, what's coming up, why it is a channel anyway, yeah, and pretty much what I am planning in the future doing. I also have some stuff planned to do with celebrating my milestone, because like I said, I hit 2000 subs. You can probably see this live right now. This is actually a live counter, so if you would like to subscribe, I guess, or already have subscribed, you can see this number change live. So at least I have something visually to show you. So this is also a Q&A, so you can ask me questions in the chat. If you do not ask anything, I will just talk about the stuff I wanted to talk about anyway. And if you do ask me something, I will just interrupt for a brief second and answer your questions. So let's start with the damn celebration, because guys, we hit 2000 subs. I think I'm on this platform for 4 years right now, and well, I just hit it like the past week, so I'm really happy about that. It took me 4 years, but I mean, it really makes it worthwhile. I mean, I always, it's really special as well, because this last week my channel has been really exploding. I guess because of the last 2 videos I uploaded got really much attention, and I'm really happy about it, because like nowadays when I go to my analytics, you can really see like this wall at the end of my analytics, which just goes straight up with views and everything. So it's really crazy for me, because like, let's say I get 1,000 views a day or something, or 2,000, like now it's literally risen to like 40,000 or something. So it's just exploded right now. So I'm really grateful and happy about that. Also my subscribers, like I used to only get, let's say, 3 subscribers a day, and now it's just like my milestone has just been like 2 days ago, and I'm already 120 above it right now. So it's just crazy for me. I'm so grateful and so happy that you guys just support me in any way you can, and share my video, like it, and all that good stuff. So I'm always really happy. So with that said, quick reminder, you can still ask me questions if you want to. I will always try to answer them correctly. And like the first topic that I'm concluding right now is just my milestone with 2000 subs. I'm really grateful for that. Next topic is, of course, what am I going to do with these 2000 subs? Like, what's this milestone about? What am I going to do with it? So actually, one of my first ideas, which has been actually floating around for a few weeks or months even right now, was to do a podcast which you do not, of course, do alone. I have some really good friends which I met actually a few years ago on Steam and on Counter-Strike. It's really funny how that all went down, but I still speak to them regularly, and a few of them actually had this idea of doing a podcast as well. They are really fun people to talk with. They are really engaging, and I think it's really interesting to do something with them. And of course, when you do podcasts, you want to do them in a visual style as well, so I can put them into videos and post them on my channel as well, just to have some like new things popping up on my channel instead of these compilations all the time, and see how my subs and my viewers react to this new content. It might just get only a few views, or it might explode, who knows, but I just think it's interesting because we will try to engage into topics which affect a lot of people, probably yourself as well, to make you as a person think about it as well, and maybe have some interaction with us or ask some questions for the next episode. We're actually thinking about making some kind of trilogy, or maybe even more, to have some like grande to it all. Just something that's about talking and addressing some issues and addressing what's going to happen in the future or what happened already. It's just a really fun concept. I will try to get some interesting visual style with it as well, so it's enjoyable to watch as well as it's enjoyable to listen to. I do not have any concrete ideas about when this is going to be live, or we're just now starting this process, so this idea just now started to get some air, so I mean it's probably another month or two until this gets finalized, but I mean that's something you can look forward to. I mean it would have been pretty difficult to get it right on my milestone, because it takes a lot of time, but I mean still it's a fun concept, I think, so I hope you guys will enjoy that as well. What else? I'm really pushing and trying to get my content, which I am currently making, let's say my compilations and my try not to laughs and everything, to get it really pinpointed and focused on the people who actually watch it. So what this means is that the interaction level needs to rise even more, which means asking you guys in the beginning or the end of my videos which content you like to see, like which channels you like to watch, what are your favorite moments of that channel which you like in a compilation. Just I actually want my channel to go in the direction of people choosing what they want in a video and then me editing and making it. So it's actually more like, instead of you watching the stuff I make and you have to watch it, it's more like you choose what you want and I'll make it for you. So it's almost like a service I'm giving you. And I think that's a fun way to look at making videos on YouTube, because in the end I make this content for you instead of for myself or just one person. And the easiest way to get the best content for my viewers is to just ask what they want. I mean, that's pretty simple if you think about it. So I will try a lot of ways to do this. I'm already experimenting with asking polls at the end of videos or in the beginning, which ask you like, did you enjoy this episode? Do you want to watch more? Of course, I have my analytics in YouTube, and I can like extract the information which is really concrete, like say what's the demographic and where do people watch it. Like for example, United States of course is on number 1, and Canada and Australia and these typical countries are following behind. So I also know the ages, which range of my viewers, so I know a lot of stuff already, but I mean this rough data doesn't really tell me anything about your preferences and what you like to watch and how you think about these videos. Like should they be longer, should they be shorter? I mean, these are all questions I can't really extract out of these numbers, so that's why I'm looking in a lot of ways to engage more with my audience. I will probably start using my voice a little bit more to ask you these questions, like in my video itself, instead of just putting a poll or a description below it, so it's more engaging as you watch the video as well. Of course, I can look at what topics are really getting viral right now, which is the Funhouse channel is really popular right now. Also, Couch Hop is quite entertaining to watch. I already have a few new videos coming up, or at least ideas to make of new videos. So you can already expect more of that. What else? I think it's really important for me, and I think for my audience as well, to clear out why this channel exists, why I do the stuff I do, because I've seen quite some comments and people asking like what's the reasoning here? Why do you make compilations of stuff that already exists? Why don't you make your own? I mean, I'm starting to make a little bit of my own content right now. I'm trying to, but I'll give you a few reasons why I started and I'm still doing these compilations, why I chose to do that, and what I'm actually like trying to accomplish with making this channel. What's the reason that this channel exists? Because there are a few really good ones, I think. So first of all, compilations. Like I said, I started this channel 4 years ago. It has been now, and 4 years ago I already had the YouTube account, of course, and I was just following the channels I still follow today, which I make compilations of right now, like let's say Inside Gaming back in the days, and Uber Nova, and all these great YouTubers. So I watched them, and once I got a busy schedule, I started to notice that I didn't, like probably a lot of people didn't have the time to watch all of these 15-minute long videos all the time, because they post almost daily, and busy people don't really have time to daily watch 15-minute videos all the time, especially if you follow like a lot of channels, which is still the case today with me, for example. So that's actually why I start thinking I didn't really find too much like compilations, like really quick short videos which captured the essence of the whole week, or let's say the funniest parts of those channels. So let's say if I wanted on a Thursday when I came back from work or school and I just had 5 minutes to watch the best stuff of that week, there was not really any options or videos or anything. So I was really in a struggle to find this great content which got published daily, but in a way that I could quickly catch up and see the funniest bits and just continue with the stuff that was more important at the moment. So that's actually the biggest reason why I just started making it myself. So I noticed that there wasn't really any content making these compilations or like shorter videos of like really funny stuff of these popular channels. So I just said to myself, well, if nobody is doing it right now, I'll just do it myself, I guess. And because I was already following these channels, and I in the weekends I at least had a little bit of time to get busy with making them, I just started to make compilations myself. And I mean, I thought by myself, if I have the need to watch these shorter videos, I can probably find other people who like to watch these as well. And turns out 4 years later that 2,120 people like to do that as well. So again, really grateful to hit this milestone, and to, because it's, I mean, for me it's a really big achievement. Like 2,000 people, that's more than there are people in my school, there are people in my neighborhood. That's just an insane amount for me. I know other YouTubers probably like get like millions every day in views, or have like 500,000 subscribers, and aren't really that amazed by this number. But for a simple man like myself, this is huge. I mean, I took a really long time to get here, and I'm really grateful. So again, thank you so much. So that's the biggest reason, like I said. But well, another reason is it's for me it's sort of like putting these channels in the spotlight again, and actually promoting them a bit. Not in a stealing kind of way, because it might sometimes look like I'm just ripping them off, but it's not in any way my point making that I want to rip off content, or I want to get viewers from other channels. It's just for me an extra way to get this content out there, to get more people watching it. I always mention the channels. I make compilations of. I always credit them. I never take anything granted. I really put a lot of effort and time into it. So I mean, it's really important for me that you understand that I make this as a support instead of like a theft or anything, which should be probably pretty obvious by now. And I will also start doing smaller channels in the sense of like, of course not 2000 subs, but like not anymore the most popular ones, because right now another big reason for me to start doing, why, like for example, why did I choose Couchshop or why did I choose Inside Gaming or any of these channels, is because they already have a big user base. And if you want to start with YouTube, it's much easier to start your content with stuff a lot of people watch already, instead of creating a whole new thing which gets even more work in the beginning. Well, thank you, Fixed Gaming. It's actually a playlist or a mixtape from Gregor Salto. You can see the link in the description if you want to listen to it yourself. It's really chill music, and I think it's fitting for this. So thank you for that. By the way, you can ask me questions while I'm talking. I'm just going over these topics. So I was just talking about why I made this channel in the beginning. I think it's a really cool way for people to, well, when they are following these channels and they do not have all the time in the world to watch these long videos every day again, that there is some kind of other video like my compilations, for example, where they can just watch the best parts or the funniest parts, or I mean anything you want in that case. So you can just catch up in a few minutes, or in my case I make a lot of old videos, so I compile the videos from a few years ago, so there's actually another nostalgic part of it as well, because I can see in the comments a lot of times people put like I almost forgot about these, or yeah, I remember when I watched those. So I also like to put old content back in the spotlight. So a lot of channels have really great content in the beginning and might turn out to produce other things in the current time. So I think it's also a fun way to look back in the past and see where they started and the funny moments that they used to have years ago. So in the case, for example, Inside Gaming is a really good example of this, because Inside Gaming is not even the same channel anymore. These guys moved over to Funhouse, and it's a really cool way when I do these Inside Gaming compilations for people who might not even know that they existed back in these days as Inside Gaming, to catch up on that content and to see how they used to be under Machinima and how their content was pretty much different back then in the sense of style and presentation than it is right now. So we have another question here. Out of all compilations you make, do you have any favorites? Well, I'll have to say, I think I have two favorites, and it's pretty easy to figure out which they are, because they are my two first videos I ever made, and these two compilations are the first parts of Inside Gaming and Uberhexer Nova. So these channels are as well the first channels I ever subscribed to, I think. I started watching Uberhexer Nova back in the days of Minecraft and Happy Wheels, so it's pretty much like 3-4 years ago, around the time I started my channel. And Inside Gaming was just, well, a combination of all the perfect things for me. It had games I liked and played, it had funny guys that I liked watching, and it was just a nice presentation as well. So I think these two compilations, which I also have the most parts of, I think some of these have like 13 or more parts already. So I think these two compilations are my favorite ones. But I mean, even the recent ones I also, of course, really enjoy making, like the Couchshop and the Funhouse, like how they evolved, like Uberhexer Nova, of course, and is in Couchshop as well. And I really like to see how he changes and adapts in this new environment and in this new format. Also the change and the upset with the creatures and all that stuff was really interesting for me to see. So, but still, if you want to really have my favorites, it would be the first two I ever made, which is Uberhexer Nova and inside gaming. And I still watch all the creators of those channels to this date, and probably a long time after this date as well. So thank you for that question. So I was talking about why my channel exists. I think it's just a nice way of showing off the best content of a channel for people who don't have a lot of time. Also, to address an issue which a lot of people seem to have, is that they see me as a person who steals content and just re-uploads them. I guess in some way you can have that as an argument, because it is content which has already been uploaded and produced. But I mean, I still differentiate myself with other channels which just copy and paste like exactly the same. I make almost everything again, so like the editing, I cut out the best stuff and I do my editing again. I make my intros, my outros, I make songs, I put in the intros and the outros, so I make my thumbnails and everything from the start again. So I really put a lot of effort into making something new with content that already exists. And also to get this argument out of the way that they say like, well, if they just put out a new video and you start copying it again, you're stealing views from that. I try to combat this a little bit by making old videos first, so videos which have been around for a few years. So in that case, like, it's not that people are watching those right now anymore, like they had their peaks already. So it's pretty difficult to be stealing views from those older videos right now. And that's a little bit of the way I try to like work around that, because in not any case at all it is my goal to like steal views or anything. It's not in any way my goal to discomfort these channels. I try to support them in this way. It's not a way of me to get easy subscribers or anything. I try to publish some of my own content as well. I put some of these Counter-Strike gameplays and all that stuff, but I just noticed that these don't really get off that easily. That's why I try to focus on stuff my viewers actually want to see, and that seems to be these compilations which I have been making for so many years. So as long as you people watch this, of course, I will keep producing these, and as time goes on, new content gets produced, so this stream of compilations will probably not end pretty soon. So that's a really good basis to base my channel on right now. But essentially the goal is, in looking in the future, to make sure that there's also a mix of my own content. Like I said, for my 2000 subscriber milestone, I will probably start making podcasts and all that stuff. I have met some really interesting people who would enjoy making a podcast together with me, so you can look forward to that. And I think I would really enjoy it myself, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why you should make a channel or make any video at all, is first of all you have to enjoy doing it, and you have to like what you make, because that's pretty much why I chose these specific channels, is because I really enjoy them myself. So it makes it easier for me to know which content is really fun to watch again, and I know all these funny moments which have happened in the past few years out of my head. So that's why it's pretty difficult to like make compilations of new channels which I didn't really watch too much of or I'm not familiar with, because that's a whole new fan base and I'm not a part of that. So sometimes I see people commenting like, can you make a compilation of like this channel X or channel Y? And while I would love to do that, to make that viewer specifically really happy, but it's really tough to engage in channels or videos which you are not familiar with yet. So I try to focus on the channels I already do and making it as good as I can. So you can probably notice that I just started a new kind of video which says try not to laugh challenge, because some of these guys on Funhouse have really great laughs, and I just thought by myself, well, I noticed that try not to laugh challenges are getting really popular right now, so I'll try to combine this popular topic with stuff I already do. And well, like I mentioned on my social media, it's got pretty much all the attention I could ever wish. It's getting really exploding right now. I get a lot of views at the moment on these try not to laugh challenges of Funhouse, so again, really grateful for that as well, that you guys enjoy it. There's a lot of comments, a lot of engagement. I saw a lot of likes as well, so I mean, I'm really grateful for that. And like I said as well, my subscribers, I mean, it means so much to me that you guys keep subscribing. I almost never lost subscribers so far. Even if it's just 1 or even 0 I make in a day, it's still, I mean, a huge achievement for me and all my subscribers that we got this far so far. And my goal, of course, is to keep this number rising and keep this channel as good as it can be. Put a lot of effort into it. Make it one coherent element instead of like individual videos. You will probably notice that a lot of my thumbnails, my artwork, my banners, my social media are really like an ecosystem, which is really important for anything you make, that there's a coherence between them, that you can easily see like, hey, this is stuff from that channel because I recognize this style. And I really put a lot of effort into it. I'm pretty familiar with Photoshop and all these programs, so I really try to put a lot of effort into that and making sure that the content I produce is not only fun for me to make, but also the stuff people want to watch, because it would really be the most terrible feeling for me if somebody would come to my channel, or a subscriber, and he would see a new video published which he really hates or he wouldn't like that much. So I really make a lot of effort to make sure that the stuff I produce, even when I produce it, like when I upload it, that it's at the right time when my most popular countries wake up in the morning or have free time. So I really, well, my point that I'm trying to make across here is that I really put a lot of effort into making sure that everything you get is as good as it can be, in the sense of, yeah, everything, just when I put it out, how it looks, what kind of editing style I use, my intros, my outros, just everything I do with this channel is like really, you might not notice it at first, or you might not tell it at first, but there's pretty much a whole lot of work that goes into this, even if it's just making stuff that already exists, so just copying stuff that's already out there. It's still a lot of work to get this as good as it can be, even if it's just a description, to get all the links correct and to make it seem like a coherence between my whole channel. Is just like an effort for me that I provide to you as making this channel as good as it can be. I mean, I follow this channel every single minute almost of every single day. I watch my real-time subscribers, my real-time views almost every half an hour, so I'm really engaged into this, and I hope you guys realize this, that like I said again, this is not any way of me destroying channels or stealing views or stealing subscribers or anything. It's just a way for me to give people who do not have a lot of time an easy way to catch up or to watch those funny moments from so many years ago again, because that's just stuff I really like to watch myself. So I thought by myself, well, if I like to watch this kind of stuff, there are probably some other people who like to watch it as well. And like I said, it turns out that 2,000 or more people like the same stuff as me, so I'm really grateful for that. So another big thing is, like I said, I really try to put out content which is relevant, and I mean, the whole point of this is that people come to my channel with an idea of, I can expect this, and I want to watch the newest part of this, and it will be there, and then it's my task to make sure it is actually there as well. So I put quite a lot of effort into it. I would say that into a typical compilation I put at least, let's say, 8 or 10 hours of work. So it's not just me copying, downloading a YouTube video and just re-uploading it. It's a whole process which takes place to make it something original again, and to make it something more of my own. to differentiate myself with the channels who already put out this content. Yeah, I will try to in the future to be more direct to my viewers and actually be in the videos myself. I don't know when I will be doing my first, like, let's say face reveal or whatever, or be in the video actually, like, visually, but I'll definitely do that at one point if I really see my subscribers rising and my views keep a steady level, which is really comfortable to be in. I will definitely do that in the future. I'm already thinking about doing it in June or in July, but I think it would be a really good boost. I mean, hopefully, because if you don't like my personality, it might as well be a negative thing as well. But I hope you guys would like the way I come over on a cam as well. And then I think it would be another engaging thing to do in this channel. I think that's the only thing I haven't done so far, is to put myself in these videos. But I'm definitely planning on doing that in the future. So I think that's pretty much all that I really wanted to say wrapped up. I guess this is the point where we can close things off. Let's hope the stream is still alive right now, because my status is not too great at the moment. I think it's pretty much because people are spamming me right now with a lot of notifications and all that stuff, but doesn't really matter. I basically said all the stuff I really wanted to say. If you guys have any more questions, right now would be a pretty good time. Like one of you asked already, Vexed Gaming asked me what my favorite one was. My favorite one is Inside Gaming and Housebreaker, which are the two channels I originally started with. So if there are any other questions, now is the time. Otherwise, I will probably end this live stream right now. This will probably also go up onto my as a YouTube video, so you can watch this when you are available, because I know it is Friday evening for a lot of people. So I didn't really expect too many viewers right now, which is perfectly fine, because I almost never live stream as well. I'm not really anyone professional at doing live streams either, so I didn't really like announce this live stream or anything, so people weren't really prepared. But still, this will, like I said, be put out as a YouTube video as well, so you can watch this if you really want to after I end this stream. So with all this said, I don't think any questions are coming in, and then it will probably be the end of this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this little talk. I will probably do this a little bit more often in the future as well, just to have like a moment where I can interact with my viewers as much as they want to, of course. And well, in this half an hour I spoke, we already got 1 new subscriber, so that's great. Like I said, I watch this stuff really close, so I check this number almost every half an hour. I check my views, I check my analytics. I'm really engaged, so just know that everything you share or do or like or sub is really impactful on this person's life, which is Housebreaker Official. So my dear little Housebreakers, I really hope you enjoy your weekend and have a really nice one as well. This was Housebreaker, and peace out.